Hello everyone, my name is Aristo Ahmed. I'm from Kurdistan region of Iraq. I have an MA in English Studies from the University of Exeter, and I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Sulaimani. I have taught English as a second language for 4 years as an assistant lecturer at the Department of English, University of Sulaimani. I was supposed to be talking with you today in person, but unfortunately my visa got revoked 2 days before my departure. And this is due to the strict vetting and screening of individuals who want to travel to the United States. That was really disappointing at first, because I was really looking forward to this convention. I believe this convention would have broadened my horizon, and it would have widened my connections with professionals who are involved in the field of TESOL. This visa challenge has particularly created problems for ESL teachers, educators, scholars and administrators to come together and collaborate in a convention like this one. Of course, for me it could have been more interesting and stimulating to physically be present in order to share my academic experience, exchange business cards and network with a wide range of ESL educators from all the parts of the world. And attending this convention and the amazing pre- and post-convention workshops along this poster presentation could have benefited me a lot on a professional level. I was planning to share all this experience as soon as I come back to Kurdistan, and my presence would have contributed to the continued human resource development of Iraqi English teachers. However, I'm still very grateful to Dr. Axel and Dr. Morgan for making my virtual intervention possible. I am now feeling like I'm a poster child and I'm a live example of the theme of our entire panel presentation, which is about transcending the geographical barriers and depending on online education rather than on-ground education. My virtual participation shows how effective technology is in overcoming the political and geographical barriers. So, thanks to the technology, thanks to the advancements in internet and technology, that I'm video recording myself from Kurdistan and sharing with a lot of people coming from different parts of the world to the United States. Let's just imagine if it were 20 years ago. There was no internet, there was no iPhone, so I could never video record myself and to share it with people. And regarding online training and on-ground training, I believe online intervention is a very good alternative for cases like this one, for my case. But on-ground training has a lot more to offer. When I went to the US in 2015 for an on-ground training, I made a friendship with all the teachers in person. So I have maintained that friendship ever since I came back from the United States. And I'm friends with Joe, and we are collaborating and we are talking on a daily basis. And there are lots of opportunities that have come up in the past 2 to 3 years. And as I said, online education is good, but on-ground education is not all about training. Online training is not all about the training, because I had a lot of fun. I exchanged a lot of cultural specifics with my host family. I made a lot of American friends that I still talk to, and I saw a lot of different places. So on-ground training is something that I really support and encourage to continue. Regarding my collaboration with Arizona State University and Dr. Axel, I have known him since the summer of 2015. As I already said, I went to the US for an on-ground teacher training at Arizona State University. The program was for teachers across the country, for ESL teachers all over Iraq. And the training tremendously helped me modify my teaching techniques. It introduced me to current methodologies and styles of teaching English. Let me tell you one interesting thing here. Before I went to ASU, before the on-ground training, I used to teach a conversation class. And I was the sort of teacher who stands in front of the class and does most of the talking, but ironically expects the students to learn English. This is really ironical, right? I was meaning to help my students learn. I knew that my job was to help them develop their language skills, but I didn't know how to do that. It was through the on-ground training that I learned how to manage my classes and to change my role from a presenter to a counselor, to a guidance, to a guide, to a parent. Thanks to ASU teacher trainers, for Michael Hacker or to Dr. Axel, I'm now able to trick my students into learning while they're having fun. Because my entire approach to teaching, my entire techniques and styles are now upgraded. As Benjamin Franklin says, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. I'm doing just this. I'm involving my students through meaningful interaction, pragmatic learning, interest-appropriate activities, and real-life contexts. Unfortunately, back in 2015, many of my colleagues, many of my friends could not make it to the US because of the same reason, visa issuance. So Dr. Axel overcame this problem. He thought of an alternative, but still effective way. An online alternative, but still effective way to reach out to these and many more Iraqi teachers across Iraq. With the help of his colleagues, especially Michael Hacker, he established a website called Canvas, C-A-N-V-A-S. He used this website to upload all the materials that he taught us in the summer of 2015, and we are now using that Canvas as a platform to share our lesson plans, to share our ESL materials, and we have done our best to register as many English teachers as we can. In addition to this, Dr. Axel introduced us to a massive online open course called Teach English Now. It is by the University of Arizona, Arizona State University, and it is through Coursera. At first, he registered some of the alumni. So we wanted to witness the success of this Teach English Now course. We all loved it. It was a very interesting one. And Dr. Axel decided to nominate us as facilitators to recruit more English teachers. I personally benefited from this online course a lot. It gave me more tips and strategies. It supplemented the on-ground training that I took in 2015. For example, one thing that I found really interesting was in course number 3 about lesson design and assessment. Before taking this course, I simply started the class based on where I left off the previous lesson. So I didn't have a proper lesson plan. After taking this course, I started to learn that every lesson should constitute objectives, warm-ups, objective discussions, instruct and model, guided practice, assessment, and etc. So my lessons are now more organized. Later on, I decided to share this with my friends. I asked them to come together, and I gave them a seminar on lesson design and assessment. And they found that seminar really interesting. And we decided to open a Facebook page to share our lesson plans and ESL materials with one another. As I mentioned before, apart from taking the online course myself, I also work as a facilitator. Alright, a facilitator A facilitator's task is to guide and supervise other teachers. So I'm helping 2 rounds of 15 Iraqi English teachers at the moment. And my responsibilities in the past year have been recruiting colleagues, eliciting discussions, verifying assignments, answering questions, providing assistance to and following up with the teachers who struggle to keep up, and developing progress reports for group members' performance. I really enjoyed doing these in the past year because this experience has been professionally enriching. It has allowed me to not only collaborate with my colleagues, whom I know in person, but to know more and more people interested in TESOL across the country. And more importantly, my experiences as a facilitator and taking this Teach English Now course have equipped me with the skills to transcend all the challenges, all the obstacles of an online teacher. That is to say, working as a facilitator has granted me the chance to work as an online teacher and thus overcoming the geographic barriers. So this experience helped me to think about working online. Previously, I was just teaching in classrooms, but now I've been inspired by this job, and I'm trying to be engaged in online education and online teaching. I sometimes think that I can teach a group of Chinese students from China from the comfort of this room where I'm talking to you, from the comfort of my kitchen, or from my living room, or from where I work at the office at the university. So if it were not for this job, I might not have thought of myself as an online teacher in my entire teaching career. Finally, I strongly believe that we should all support these US-Iraqi means of collaboration. We are in dire need of working with the US institutions and with the Department of State in order to help Iraqi teachers and to develop the methodologies and the curricula. It is beyond doubt that teaching English in Iraq and Kurdistan is mostly done in a very traditional way. They follow the very outdated approaches, and they're actually not consistent in doing that. And this is because teachers are not provided with training courses. I have a lot of teacher friends. They just graduated from college, from university, and they were sent into classrooms without any proper training course. So this education system in this country is in a very great crisis. And this crisis can be amended through upgrading the current curricula and teaching methodologies. So I hope that the Department of State decides to spend more money through the US institutions to help Iraqi teachers by providing on-ground training and online ones such as Teach English Now. And this is definitely going to enhance our teachers' knowledge on contemporary issues, education policies, and topics in the field of TESOL. As many people agree, investment in education is an investment in the future. Because if you educate the coming generation in a proper way, they are going to be more productive. If you teach them how to learn English, if you teach them how to speak English well, they are going to get better jobs, they are going to contribute more to the country, and to be able to find jobs at a global arena. So thank you for the Department of State for all the things that it has done in the past years, but as an Iraqi, as a Kurdish teacher, I'm expecting more to be done, because I myself have got a lot of benefit from the fund that has spent on me so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more online and on-ground trainings in the future. Thank you so much for your patience, and I'm really happy that I could talk to you online despite the fact that my visa was revoked and I couldn't travel. So what's important to me is I spread this message. I talked to a number of people who are willing to listen to a voice from Kurdistan. Thank you so much for your time and have a very good day.